disclaimer. Y'all don't want a job, do you? You can't want a job because you're doing everything that the job has in their policies and procedures and guidelines. You're doing the opposite of what you signed as you understanding the terms and conditions of having a job. Now, social media is getting a lot of y'all messed up. You're doing stuff for likes and you're not even considering the fact that you are violating people's privacies and you are definitely violating people's HIPAAs. Okay? Now, I had saw this little clip of these California urgent care staff members that decided to use TikTok as the platform where they mocked their patients in the exam room. But the patients were not present. It was after the patients left. And you know how you have that white sheet of paper that sits over the exam bed? And that's what you lay on and just, take your clothes off on and you lay on. So you may have fluids, you may have blood, depending on what you're going in there for. And instead of them tearing it off and cleaning up the room and putting that in a hazard box, they decided to go and use TikTok to embarrass that person. Now, we don't know who the people are, but if you've been to that clinic, you know that those are the people you saw. So I'm sure you're probably sitting there thinking like, what else have they exposed? But I ain't gonna hold you. What I'm gonna do is show you what these people did. Now, let's roll this being footage and we're gonna come back. Let's go. When you go search this content, they blurred these people's faces out. Oh no, they want to be famous with they glass. We're going to show them here because you shouldn't have did it in the first place. Let's start there. So when I got to looking into it, I said, well, is this just a joke, like a bad prank? Like this didn't really happen? Oh no, these group of California healthcare workers, they're fired. Shout out to your job. Because every last one of us at work have a social media clause in our guidelines and policies and procedures. It may be on page 600 because that damn book is thick than a mug. But it tells you that you cannot do anything that makes the job you work for embarrassed that they hired you. Of course, it puts a bad taste in the mouth of the customers that could want to do for future business with them. And of course, you cannot be out here doing things on the clock that's frowned down upon. The fact that y'all even had y'all cameras on you in such a private and sacred place is real crazy work because that's an exam room. Y'all tell us when we get to exam room we can't have our phones there, but y'all had it in there, so let's go down and make y'all famous. Now the video was deleted, but we got it. We screen recorded and we got it, y'all. And I want y'all to tell me, how long is that unemployment line, okay? So the employees at Sansum Clinic in Santa Barbara were posing with bodily fluid that was left behind from patients who seated themselves on that little paper covering on those exam tables. Now, I don't know. It's given that could have been a pep smear room because I know that light. I know that light and I know them stirrups that you got to put your feet in, baby. You want to feel like an unnatural woman. Even though we know why we're doing a pep smear, that is the most uncomfortable feeling to have somebody go in you like this. This one might hurt. So as grown as I am, as much as I would like to know about my health and keeping my health up to par, the pap smear is the most intimidating, uncomfortable feeling in the world. But we gotta know what's going on with us. Now, somebody put, are patients allowed to leave you guys gifts? Now, they might have been talking about that from a good customer service perspective. But these idiots, they went ahead and said, you know what? They do leave us gifts. And that's where you see them each posing on top of the paper, on the side of the paper where women have left their bodily fluids behind. And the fact that they are saying all shapes and sizes to, I guess, describe their patients is disturbing. Then they're smiling. They are so excited. They're exposing their customers or patients' confidential, whatever moments with the world. Because TikTok is across the world. And they're like, 0 F's given. Y'all deserve to be fired. Nobody in that group, they were a no person. You got to have a no friend. A no friend is a friend that say, you know what? This ain't a good idea with your ugly ass. I'm telling y'all, this is not gonna go the way you think. But everybody wanna monetize, right? Everybody wants to do stuff for content, right? Okay, well now y'all contently are out of a job. So I hope it was worth it. The fact that you guys will wear a mask when you're doing an exam, but then do a TikTok with no mask close to that bodily fluid, you don't know what them patients got until the swab come back. So the fact that y'all thought that that was hilarious makes me say to myself, what else are y'all doing? Oh no. And it just makes me understand that common sense ain't common. So normally people will feel sorry for you, but I don't. You get exactly what you deserve, because I will feel some kind of way if I went to the doctor and then did what I was supposed to do. Y'all thanked me. I paid my copay and left, and then you took the footage and then you went out here and made mockeries of me. You didn't say my name or the time and date that I came, but the fact that I know that I go to that clinic and this is what y'all do when your patients leave, distasteful. Now, I know one thing for sure and two things for certain. The internet ate you up. You thought it was going to be hilarious. They probably told somebody, man, this one's going to be good. It's a knee slapper. Well, get that clipboard and put it on your knee and fill out an application, because you're done in this town. Now, unfortunately, they need positions like the ones you guys fill, so you'll probably get another job. But if they type your name in, hopefully your job has exposed you so well and made a TikToker who got fired that your name pops up and people say, oh no. They're going to call your job and say, would you rehire them? No. Even though they can't say why not, say, they're messy. Don't do it. Don't do it! And hang up. Y'all got what y'all deserve on that one. And I wish that people would stop doing these social media challenges or content that is just distasteful. It's not funny. It's quite embarrassing. And it's very rude. And it's the lowest that you could go. But again, when you don't have character yourself, your ugly ass to do anything for attention. Because validation and attention are the two worst things out here that got y'all doing things that you wouldn't want nobody to ever do to you. But like I say, most people can never relate because you would never do them like that. But they'll run and break their ankles to do you like that. So again, I am very proud that your company has stepped up and immediately fired you. And hopefully you have a long time to learn that this ain't the right thing to do. To the patients that realized that that was the clinic and those were the people that took care of you when you went in, I don't even know what you could do. But you don't need to be quiet about it. You don't. Because that's disrespectful. And they should not be doing that, not even on a bad day. But you know what? Earth is ghetto. I want to leave. Now, I am just a messenger. It's your girl, Shaunie B. If you're cool with your girl, go on fool with your girl. Make sure you check out my website. Yes! www.shauniebeentertainment.com. Check out the fan girl. You got option drop donations, but never any pressure. Man, listen. Because I see the likes, the shares, and the comments, and that means the most to me. So there's no pressure to buy or to drop donations, because I love y'all time, man. Because y'all keep it here with me, and I love it. Now, I'm always going to tell you thank you from my lips to your ears for rocking with me, because y'all can be anywhere in the world, but y'all keep me company. Now, let's hop in the comments. Again, the phones are the reason why folks are getting out of order. This is becoming toxic behavior. When we had pagers back in the day, you didn't have all this, I'm not going to pay attention, or I'm too busy to pay attention, or I'm going to do stuff that's distasteful. You couldn't, because by the time somebody beat you and you found the phone, it was too late. It was too late. But now since y'all had these, y'all act like y'all ain't got one of these. Y'all ain't got no brain. But I'm glad that the job you work for set the example to let anybody else know that try it. You're out there. 3 strikes, you don't get them, you get 1. Y'all be mindful of what you do. And be mindful that everything ain't content. It's just not. It's in poor taste, and you need to pay attention. Because you too, or your family is going to go through it, and you're going to want somebody to have sympathy for you, and we're going to be like, nope. But again, this is America. But y'all hold people accountable. If they put you in a position like this, go up to the top until they are at the bottom with no job, okay? But until next time, y'all. Next story. And I'm out this. Peace.